The Yellow Wallpaper, 2020. Since the outbreak of the COVID-19 virus, the government has declared that we should stay indoors at all costs and keep social distance, which proves to be a challenge, and a lot of people find that messing with their mental health. Something that stands out from this current situation is the aspect similar to that of The Yellow Wallpaper, a story written by Charlotte Perkins Gilman. The story takes place in the 19th century, where a woman who has a severe mental illness and her husband John, who is a physician, rent a mansion for 3 months away from the country in order to cure her illness. Their bedroom is located in a nursery that has many windows that are all barred, and the wall is covered in what is the yellow wallpaper. She fancies the room, all but the dreadful paper. Her husband gives her a scheduled prescription where she has to take tonics, exercise, and get a lot of fresh air. Oh, and she's forbidden to work, socialize, and leave the mansion. Sound familiar? Although this story was written to represent the attitudes of women's physical and mental health in the domestic setting, there are quite a lot of interesting features that can be spotted that tie to today's situation for everyone that is quarantined. Starting from when the couple first arrived at the mansion. Upon diagnosing the woman with the illness, she was told that she was not allowed to leave the house for the following 3 months until she was well again. There were gates that surrounded the entire mansion and windows that overlooked the bay and garden. She was allowed to go outside within the gates to get all the fresh air she could want. However, her husband tells her not to let her imagination get the best of her any time she looks out the window and watches people walking on the nearby paths, and to not think much of her condition as to not worry herself. I find that the husband has a lot of similarities to the authorities, in which case they instruct us to remain indoors in order to ensure the safety of our health. It has now been a little over 3 months for some of us who have been confined to their homes. With windows that look out onto the streets, it is hard not to think about going outside and not have the freedom to walk around. Even though some of our windows may not have any bars or gates that stop us from going outside, we trust the authorities as they know the situation far better than we do and know what is best for us. The so-called cure does not improve the narrator's illness, as she is also forbidden to write. However, she does write in secret, but with nothing for her to do, she stares at the dreadful yellow wallpaper with its horrendous pattern, which worsens her condition even more so. The wallpaper is a dull, faded yellow color, with a pattern that confuses the eye. Today, we all find ourselves stuck within the yellow wallpaper in this difficult period in which the entire world is living. We have become trapped in our homes in compliance with the necessary decisions aimed primarily at protecting us and saving lives. Each of us has their own wallpaper that differs according to our concerns, more frightening and even harder to peel off. Here is a modern take on the story and how people are coping with their version of the yellow wallpaper. People receive anxiety from the numbers of those infected every day and the amount of death caused by the virus, hoping that it would go down. A bad habit of obsessing over this wallpaper, even though they despise seeing the numbers, they continue to check on it, which only worsens their mental health. Other people might feel that they are trapped behind the wallpaper for those who are infected with the disease, longing for freedom and seeing their relatives once again, but that is not possible until they are well. Parents are stressing to take care of their children while dealing with work, fearing that they might lose their job and cannot provide for their family anymore. People who are on the job helping others, feared that they might contract the disease and bring sickness to their loved ones, and much more. These are merely a few strips of the wallpaper that covers small parts of the entire room. Although there are a lot of things that are beyond our control, what we can do is focus on things that we have control over, and that is exactly what Charlotte did. No matter how much effect the yellow wallpaper had on her, she was able to break free from the paper by ripping it off from the wall. In doing so, not only did she help herself, but also the woman trapped behind the wallpaper. We can also do the same, get rid of our wallpaper, and help others in the process as well. One thing is for sure, is that Charlotte left the mansion not as the same person she once was. And when the day comes, we will also walk out of our door as a completely different and changed person.